A new topic is picked each week. 20 questions are asked, 10 each. One person's a fan, the other had to cram. The winner picks the next week and then gets bragging rights. The loser gets to hang his head in shame.
Today is August 19th, 2017, and this is episode 13, Super. I'm Justin.
And I'm Jared.
It's time for the FAN-CRAM Showdown!
You'll never stop me! That's right, I won't!
But the power of Jesus Christ, our Savior, will.
Whoa, awesome!
Hey, that was a really, like a game show host voice you had there. FAN-CRAM Showdown, come on down!
Come on down! This week we're talking about Super. Super. What did you think of Super? Because I thought it was super.
I did not think it was super.
Oh, no!
Well, some parts. But I have some major things that I have issues with this. And I doing some research on this film kind of help alleviate some of it. But I don't know, man. This movie was a real downer.
Oh, absolutely.
Like a real downer.
Yeah.
And so, and not a downer like, oh, I can take something away from it. It was like a downer, and I kind of wondered why I spent so much time watching the movie. Because, by the way, it took me 3 sittings to get through this once.
Oh, no.
And a lot of it was because of my bad timing. I'd watch it late at night, and I'd fall asleep halfway through. But yeah, I had to really focus on it because I was like, man, I don't want to go to bed depressed right now. So I maybe just pause it right here. I'm just going to take it in small doses. There were a lot of things I did like about it, but there were some things I was just like why is this being made? Like, what is this for? I understand what they're going for in a lot of places, but I don't know. Man.
Yeah, no, I just think it was a fun movie that they wanted to make, and they had the idea, and they just did it. It came out. It's a very depressing movie, even though the ending is somewhat happy for our main character. It's still it is a very sad movie, you know.
Right.
Like,
and I understand like the thing that James Gunn was trying to get across. I mean, to me personally, as I was watching it, was that it's a realistic look on if someone were to actually do this. Here's the things they would run into. Like, I mean, obviously his personal issues and his visions he was seeing aside, that was like specific to his character, but like the reality of doing something like this, you'd get shot. Anybody who would be with you would be shot. So it's, because if you're fighting crime, that's what you're going to run up against. And the people who want to become heroes may not actually be good people. So, like, there's the question of, like, his sidekick, Bolty.
It's a little insane.
Well, yeah, like, she literally was probably borderline a villain if you were to put her in a comic book sense. But it's like, if you do it in real life, you're not going to get, like, the best people. You're going to get, just Joe Schmoes putting on a costume trying to do their best.
The psychopaths.
Yeah. So, which is kind of, Batman. It just, they kind of, written him to be, have a moral center, but yeah, he's pretty much a psychopath, just
pretty much
in a suit. Yeah, but he's badass.
I mean, when you straight up pretty much murder someone for cutting in line, I think you're a psychopath.
Yeah, and maybe hitting. I think he went harder on the line cutter and the guy who stole that woman's purse in the wheelchair than he did on like the child molester. I think he hit the child molester once with a wrench. So anyway, I don't not to go too much into it because we still got the showdown to go to, but just going into it, know that I sort of resent you for making me watch this, as you probably do me making you watch Gurren Lagann.
I do. So there you go.
All right. Well, it was your show, so you get first question.
Okay. Easy question to start everything off. What impromptu weapon does Frank use to kill the druggie in his flashback?
Oh, the druggie. Was it okay, the flashback, or was like his dream vision?
It was like his flashback dream. It was like when he said, I should have done something then.
Impromptu weapon. Oh, damn. Do I know this?
I don't know.
Impromptu. It was something pokey. And want to say it was like a sword, but that's not impromptu. That's like an actual thing. It was like a fire poker. I'm gonna say fire poker. Final answer.
That's your final answer.
Final answer.
That's correct, sir. It was a fire poker.
I was like, did he have a sword?
I remember he definitely walked up to someone and stabbed them in the neck. What was it?
Something long and metal. So, okay, I need to answer. This is gonna be an easy one too, but I need to ask it first because you'll see why in a second. What was Crimson Bolt's battle cry? Open answer.
Shut up, crime.
Final answer.
That's it.
You're correct, and that's why, because I need to make a sign.
You can't say that that's not the best catchphrase ever, right?
It is a really good. I think it's only. Oh man, it's blocked. Only sorry for all the audio listeners because I'm making a lot of noise on my thing. Probably only close up there with the Tick, which is Spoon. Oh, he just yells Spoon.
That's his thing.
Yeah, you never watched the Tick or read the Tick. He yells Spoon. That's it. Yeah, you gotta have a good battle cry.
Right? You gotta.
Yeah. All right, yours.
Next question, sir. Frank's coworker at the diner claims that what causes cancer? Short answer.
What causes cancer? Oh damn! What? This Was it not having like sex frequently? I don't know. Final answer. Not getting laid.
Incorrect. It was it definitely wasn't that.
How close was that?
Not close at all. It was burnt burgers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shit. Because I know he was talking to him like about his wife leaving him. Okay, and I thought maybe that was in there.
No,
but I do remember the burger one. So fuck me on that one. Okay, what disease did Frank tell the diner he had when laying low after getting shot? Open answer.
I don't remember.
Hint, it was not AIDS.
I don't remember. Final answer. I don't remember it.
Incorrect. It was pneumonia.
Pneumonia. Okay. Also, I wasn't keeping track of the score. What's our score?
It is 1-1.
1-1.
We both got one right. Both got one wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next question, sir. This one's a multiple choice for you. What is the name of the channel the Holy Avenger airs on? What was it? The All Jesus Network, the All Jesus All the Time, the Christian Broadcasting Network, or the Jesus Loves TV?
Say the first two again.
All Jesus Network, All Jesus All the Time.
I don't remember exactly. I'm gonna say All Jesus All the Time. Final answer.
That's incorrect. It was All Jesus Network.
Damn it.
Although I do think the Jesus Loves TV would be a great channel name.
Because is it Jesus Loves TV or Jesus Loves
TV? Exactly. You don't know. It can be used both ways.
It's like the radio station here. It's like 98.1 or something like that, like one way FM. So it's like the one goes with people think it's just way FM, but it's like the one way FM.
Oh,
like it's like
both
Jesus.
ways.
Yeah. Double entendre.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, this will be a good one.
Okay.
The sale on guns was up to 40%. Is that number lower, higher, or equal to the actual number?
Lower. Final answer.
So you're saying the 40% is lower than the actual.
Yeah, 40% is lower than the actual number.
Correct. It was 50.
Yes. Boom.
Did you remember
Yeah,
that?
I remembered it being 50.
Good on you.
Thank you. All right, sir. The street that Frank finds is active with drug dealers and prostitutes is named after which famous mathematician? And I have multiple choice for you. Was it Newton, Ptolemy, Euclid, or Archimedes?
Euclid, final answer.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Da-da-da-da.
Yay. I remember something.
Yeah.
Okay. The sound the Crimson Bolt mistakenly thought was a criminal. Well, this is a hit during his second night while waiting for crime. Was what object? A can, a bottle, a box, or a cat?
A box, final answer.
Correct.
But that is not a fucking box making that sound. Whatever it sounds like someone pulling like the what is it, like a manhole off of the thing and then pulling it across the street.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way that's a box, but I'll go with it. All right, so it's now 3-2.
3-2. All right, sir. Next question for you is a short answer. Before the Crimson Bolt attacks his first criminal, the buyer of the drugs claims that the dealer sold him what instead of weed?
Sold him some sort of herb. I'm gonna say, is it parsley, or it could be oregano. Grass clippings.
Is that your final answer?
No, let me do parsley. Final answer. I know it's probably wrong.
Incorrect. He says it looks like sunflower seeds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That does not look like anything like weed. Okay. I can't do that one. Okay. What hand sign did Libby give to the old people at the gun store? Did she give a West Side, a peace sign, a middle finger, or the shocker?
West Side. Final answer.
Correct. Dang, you getting these.
Bam.
Thought I'd get you with that.
Ain't getting me.
I thought you'd pick shocker for real.
What's shocker? What's that one? I don't even know what that is.
I think it's. Gosh, I'm done. I'm gonna look like it. Yeah, like this.
That?
Oh no, it's. Yeah, it's.
Shaka bra. Is that what that is?
Yeah, go ahead and Urban Dictionary that one.
Okay, I will do that later.
Well, tune into the after show, everybody. We do a deep dive into Urban Dictionary. All right, your turn.
All right, next question.
It's not going well for me.
This one here you go. Here's an easy one for you. Thanks. Short answer. What was Sarah's job before getting married to Frank?
Sarah's job. She worked at the diner as a waitress. Final answer?
That's correct. She was.
All right. Going quick.
Mm-hmm.
When Frank is cooking eggs as Jock shows up, the number of eggs left in the carton is more, less, or equal to 7. It's like you had to be really paying attention to this.
I wasn't looking at the carton of eggs, but less than final answer.
Incorrect. It was equal to 7.
Damn it. All right, fine.
That was one of my food questions.
God damn it. All right.
Come on, man. I got to catch up somehow.
All right, next question. The director, James Gunn, appears multiple times in the movie as a no-good evildoer on the Holy Avenger TV show. What is his character's name? This is multiple choice. Was it Demon Seed, Demon's Will, Spondroth, or Devilman?
Demon's Will, final answer? Yeah, Demon's Will, final answer.
That's correct. It was Demon's Will.
Yes, Demon Seed. That's gross.
No, that's good. And do you know?
By the way, some of the
you know why
some of the channels he was flipping through.
Yeah. Do you know Spondroth? Okay, I picked that one. Do you know what that one is?
No.
So, I mean, James Gunn is obviously making fun of the Bible Man's stuff.
Yeah, I got
So
that.
Spondroth was the villain in Bible Man. Boom.
You have some like firsthand experience.
I did.
With Bible
I
Man.
watched some Bible Man when I was a little boy.
Yeah, that was such a bad show.
It's
I mean,
awful.
I'm surprised Lucasfilms didn't sue them for he has a fucking
He has a lightsaber. But it's the armor of God and the sword of truth. I can't remember what it is, but it's definitely not a lightsaber.
Got up in his game with some Jedi training.
Oh, that
Okay.
show's so bad. All right, next question.
All right. Demons will. This is how he knew his name. Demons will bathe the students' applesauce and hash browns in the beam of sloth. True or false? By the way, look at the whole phrase that I'm asking you. I can read it back to you if you want.
That's true. Final answer.
False.
Oh.
It was apple crisps and tater tots. That's why I
Well,
said
see,
that.
now I thought
Whole
you were
phrase.
gonna do something else with that question, but here we go. Next question.
Okay.
In the second episode of the Holy Avenger that we see, what does Demon's Will use to corrupt the school kids? Short answer.
In the second episode?
Yeah, the second one. So that one you did was the first episode.
Oh, wait, was the second one the one with the S&M stuff?
I'm not confirming.
Makes them.
But what was it? What was the thing?
Oh, what the thing that he triggered to make them do it? Damn, I don't know that. Shit. I don't know. Pissed in their apple juice. Finally.
Incorrect. He used lust dust.
By the way, Nathan Fillion, you know he was having
Oh,
fun.
this is great.
With that character. Okay, what was the name of the comic shop Libby worked at? Open answer.
Shit, I don't remember. Buy more comics. Final answer. I don't remember it.
Incorrect. It was Comic Smash.
Comic Smash. Are we still 4-4?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 4-4.
Still 4-4.
Oh man, I hope we're not gonna have a tie again. That's
Ian. Ugh, jeez.
okay. Let me. I gotta block out these questions so I don't ask them again.
Okay, next one.
What was?
Wait.
Oh, is it yours?
Yeah, mine.
Sorry.
All right. When talking about sidekicks, what reason does Frank give when Libby asks why Robin is named Robin?
I say that question one more time so I can wrap my head around it.
When talking about sidekicks, what reason does Frank give to Libby when she asks why Robin is named Robin?
Why he's named? Well, he kind of gives two.
Well, he gives a one-word answer of why he's named Robin.
I think he says because Robin is loyal. Final answer.
That's correct. That's exactly what he says. He says loyal.
Loyal. Well, because he goes, why the fuck is he named Robin? It's like, well, Robin's a bird, and then she's like, well, that's a dumb name. Like I can't remember where it goes after that, but yeah, he says like, oh, because it's a bird, like it's an actual thing. So all right, what was the name of the marijuana the drug dealer was selling? Open answer.
I do not remember.
Maybe I should have made this multiple
Yeah,
choice.
that one would have helped me.
You think I'm here to help you, man?
Yeah.
I want you to watch my show.
Obviously. Spicy Mary Jane. Final answer.
You were close. It was called the Thai stick.
Oh, yes.
Well, Thai food's kind of hot sometimes, you know?
All right, last question from me. What kind of statue does Libby pick up to deliver the final blow to the man she thinks might have keyed her friend's car?
Open answer?
Yes.
I think it's a rodeo statue. Final answer.
That's correct. It was a rodeo statue.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
I don't think I'm coming back.
Maybe not.
No. Either way,
Okay.
I'm lost.
Okay, here you go. Which one of these sidekick names did Libby not give for herself?
Okay.
There's a multiple choice. Bolt Girl, Toro, Creeping Bam, Kid Crimson. I can repeat them if you want me to.
Creeping Bam. Kid Crimson. Final answer.
Incorrect.
Oh.
It was Toro.
I thought she said Toro.
No,
Toro was the other one. Damn.
Right,
Yeah.
this is for herself.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
The Creeping Bam was the worst one. She's like, now listen to these and like see how they go with Crimson Bolt. Oh man, I won.
You won 4-6. Good job.
I have something so exciting to show you.
What are we watching next week?
All right. This is going to be a new thing. We had talked about it before when we were setting the show up as far as what medium we would use. So far, we've been using Netflix and HBO Go and Crunchyroll. But I've been wanting to do this for a while because I love this. It's a web series.
Okay, web series.
It's on YouTube. It has a huge fan base. It's Jake and Amir.
Okay.
But here's the thing. They have like 800 or something episodes.
Cool. I'm not watching all 800 of those.
Yes, you're not. But what I did is I made over this last week a playlist of 101 episodes.
Oh my god.
But they're between, I think, max 5 minutes long and minimum like 2 minutes long. So you could get through this in like a day or two.
Okay.
Of just like putting it on the background. So after the show, I'm going to send you a link, and we can make the link public or whatever. And it's called FCSD FAN-CRAM Showdown Jake and Amir playlist. And so these are hand-picked episodes that are my favorite. A lot of them are like a series because sometimes they have special guests. They have Ben Schwartz on. They have Thomas Middleditch on a couple times. So, and then we're going to do the showdown on just those episodes. Sorry,
Okay.
I hit my mic.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Well, now that you've thrown that out there, I think I've got a couple ideas of some web series.
Yeah, that's where the kids are going.
Where
to
the
the
kids
YouTubes.
are going. Although I think you've already watched the one I want to pick, so
Which one's that?
I would do the 1999 Auntie Donna. Have you watched all of those?
I think if not all of them, I think I've watched all, but maybe one or two.
It's probably
But I'm
not
not
as-
watching the newer
as
ones.
at length of this Jake and Amir thing because those are shorter. But
See, the thing is like with a movie or a TV show, it has some sort of like cohesive structure. But with Auntie Donna, like every single scene is something new, and so like you can't say, "Oh, there's a logical flow to this." Statement or this scene.
what are you talking about?
So it'd be really hard to do, but I think it'd be hilarious to do.
I think that would be great. Okay, so
Broden.
all right, Broden.
I have extra questions.
Oh,
Do
go
you?
go ahead. Throw them at me. No, I used all mine.
This is a multiple choice. Angela went to school for what major? Anthropology, geography, psychology, or sociology?
Who is this?
This is Angela, Frank's wife. Is that Angela? Yeah, Angela.
No, her name's Sarah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did I get Angela from? Oh, Sarah. That's what I
No
meant.
fucking idea. It's Sarah.
Who the hell?
What did you watch?
No, here we go. I'm going to find out who this is. You answer the question.
Okay, what was the... I still don't remember the option. I think it was...
Anthropology.
It was anthropology, I think.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes,
okay.
it was.
That's what I thought.
Super...
Her name was Sarah.
Yeah. IMDb. God damn it.
Yes.
Super
Mm-hmm.
film. No, we're pausing this damn show because I may have Nelson Mandela affected this thing. Angela. Who the hell was it?
I don't know where you got Angela from. It's not even the actress's name.
There's no character in the movie called Angela.
What's the actress's name? Is it Liv Tyler?
Liv Tyler, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not even
that was
close.
Way off. Maybe we should take a point off just for that really bad.
I think so. That's really bad.
Cut that one out.
No.
Just put a long
Nope.
put a long fart sound over that. Okay, Frank poses as a college student to the university library. What did he tell the librarian he was doing a report on?
He was doing research on drugs or drug use.
Close. He was saying where to buy drugs.
Where to
so
buy
I would have
drugs.
given it to you anyway. When listing off superhero powers, Libby mentions all of superheroes without powers. Libby mentions all of these but one. Which one?
Mm-hmm.
Captain America, Hawkeye, Batman, or Catwoman?
Hawkeye. Final answer.
Correct. Yeah, correct. He did Green Arrow
Arrow.
instead of... What is the full phrase on the signs Frank taped above the doorway in his house? Open answer.
Something about being chosen. Damn. It's like 6 words, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All who... I can't remember.
It was,
something about being chosen.
yeah, some of his children are chosen was the phrase. And that's it. Good jobbing.
Good job. Good job.
Yes. Okay, so we got to talk about
All right,
this.
yeah. So what didn't you not like?
Okay. So when I was first watching, I was like, man, this is so much like Kick-Ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like the concept. And after doing this was about doing research, that these came out at the same time or near the same time. James Gunn started on this first, and then he heard that they were making an adaptation of Kick-Ass, and he was like, shit, this is kind of the same story. But him and I think Mark Millar or something like that were friends, so they knew they were both doing these projects. But the concept, the overall concept was kind of the same, but the characters themselves were different. You have one guy who's middle-aged, and the other kid who's in high school. Right. And I think this one, did a better job of showing like what an actual person would go through. Yeah. Aside from his personal stuff, but then Kick-Ass did, at least in the movie, because they kind of still put some superhero elements in there. Right. Whereas with this one, I don't know. It's just the whole vibe of the movie. I like dark humor in certain circumstances, but this one just like really, it's kind of got me down. And it's this guy who's like really kind of on his and so like his only happy memories in his entire life are he drew. it was his marriage, and when he told a cop that there was a bad guy, like where the bad guy was going, and he drew these on like a 2-year-old would. And then the first thing his wife says, like, their hands are too big. She immediately shits all over his like happy moments, and he has to go back and change it. But like, at the end, I understand like the contrast between how he started and how he ended. He now has more memories that are happy, and I guess like that was the overall idea, was like he affected the change in his life to be, even though it went through this weirdly weird avenue. But I don't know. It just, I did not feel connected to any of the characters. Like the police officer getting shot like at his home, I thought to me it was like a waste. Like, oh, you didn't really do anything with this character. You just got shot.
I feel very similar about that. That I don't know where that was gonna go or anything like that, but it just ends there.
Yeah, I mean, some people, this is Reddit, by the way, have been saying that like him getting shot kind of senselessly was a contrast with like how police often, a lot of it is in contrast with comic book heroes and how the stories go. So in the comic books, you have a cop either against the hero or working with them, and this one just kind of like went against that and just like eliminated the police altogether, as far as being helpful or unhelpful. Yeah, I don't know. And then like I think the final thing was like the last scene when like Libby got shot. I was like, that was like way too much. I was like, man, you couldn't just like shoot her in the chest.
No.
Or like it had like blow half her face off and show it.
Yeah.
Spoilers. So, I mean, it's like that was like, oh man, like I'm glad this movie's almost over because I don't know if I can handle it. So yeah, and I don't know. The whole movie just had this vibe that just kind of got me down. And usually movies that do that, there's some kind of payoff, but I think the payoff at the end of this one just wasn't enough to get me out of it.
Yeah. No, and I don't think the payoff is really like. I don't think there is any payoff. I think it's. I mean, the climax is he saves his wife, but I mean the next scene his wife leaves him again, and
right,
like he's left all on his lonesome, and
right.
However happy that may be for her, like for him, he's just there with his bunny. I mean, but he found, and I that's one of my favorite. That is my favorite scene in the movie when he's sitting on his bed with his bunny and looking at all of his happy moments. Right. I think that's really great. It is a big, strong contrast from the beginning of the movie where he's crying over everything, and he's sitting there and he's lived, pretty much, and
right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's so the thing at the end, and I think that's what I'm sorry, I'm really scatterbrained right now,
too.
but I think that's I think is what is a brilliant point this movie's making. So maybe I do like it. I just don't want to admit it because that means that like I have to like something. I have to like something that makes it that is so dark and like depressing.
That's okay to love that stuff. I love it.
I understand. I think it's the trueness of it that I'm like, it's true, but I don't want it to be true. So it's like it's the is and ought dichotomy. It's what I want it to be is super happy ending. I mean, that's what everybody wants. That's why movies are written the way they are. But then when a movie comes on like this, that's like at the end, it's kind of like a bittersweet moment. Because the whole line from Libby was like, "Oh, like is this between the panels? Like in the panels of a comic book, it's all the action, it's the main stuff.
Yeah.
But there's stuff in between. Batman taking a shit, or like him, filling out his taxes for the year. I'm like this is the boring stuff." And this movie was like the comic book, and now it's like he's got to go between the panels again.
Right.
It's kind of silly to think that Sarah, remember her name,
not Angela,
or her alter ego. The Sarah is it's irresponsible to think that she would stay with him because she's broken
and it was a very traumatic event that they went through.
Right. And so like that's real because that would happen in real life where they had a broken relationship before she kind of started doing drugs. And why would you think she would stay with him after that,
right.
after the whole traumatic event? And yeah, I mean, you have a comic book store girl trying to, fight a mob. Of course she's going to get killed, or at least had a higher chance of getting killed. He should have been killed, but, just because of the way the story was written, he was able to, evade a lot of that, even though he got shot and stabbed and stuff.
That's
called
plot armor.
Yeah. Well, I think, Kevin Bacon wanted to grandstand a little bit, so he didn't shoot him in the face.
Kevin Bacon's great in this. I really like him in this.
He is really good. Yeah, he's great in just about
Yeah.
anything. Just he's able to affect different characters, but yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I do like this, but I just don't want to admit
I think
it.
you do. I think you just don't want to admit that you like a really dark movie.
I do. I mean, there are a lot of dark movies I like. I don't know. I think I need to think about this a little longer.
But that's good. That means this movie's got you thinking. You're not
does.
going to forget about it. It's going to be on your mind, and that's what a good movie does.
But like going back to like I think maybe we had more discussion on this movie than we have on any other show about at least that interesting to talk about because it's one thing to say, oh, I just like it, but I think this one kind of points to a lot of specific things. Like, say a person would actually try to do what he did. You know, if you just have some Joe Schmo off the street, they don't have necessarily a limit on what they think is appropriate violence for a crime.
Right.
It's based off emotion. So like when he's beating the shit out of a guy who cut in line, we all want to do that. It's like what you think in your head you want to do,
Right.
but you would never actually do. But you have a guy who feels he has the means now to do it in a freaking pipe wrench. You know, he does the thing that you would do in your head. At least think about you do in your head, but then when you see it out in real life, you're like, man, that guy went way overboard.
Yeah.
But in your own mind, you're like, I would have thought of the same thing, but never acted on it. But he does. So that's what I was talking about earlier about blurring the lines between, you know, what's a good and a bad person. And so this just vigilanteism.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the main argument against vigilantes is that there's no sort of, you know, dog leash to kind of rein them in when they go over. Like when Libby smashes some kid in the face with a glass vase, and then wants to murder him with a just for keying a car.
She doesn't even know if that was really him. So
right.
But
It's-
but
yeah,
also
here's-
like he does bring that up. It's just like it doesn't matter, you know. I can't remember the exact words, but it was just like it doesn't matter if like what you thought was good or if, you know, I thought if you thought that I was gonna become like them or something like that. He saved his wife, you know, and that's like all that mattered to him.
Right.
So he accomplished his goal, and then the I don't know if the ends justified the means because he did hurt a lot of people, but you know,
Right.
to him it did.
Right. And you know, that's the thing is it doesn't even mention the fact that he went back to fighting crime. It was like he did that for a specific purpose and now he's done.
Yep.
Like he wasn't even like a comic book enthusiast. He was just some guy who just wanted to do this and he had some weird fucked up vision of God rolling a paint roller over his brain.
Well, he watched a little bit too much hentai, and then
That vision was so messed up.
and then he watched the Holy Avenger, and then he had this vision.
Dude, those were tentacle dicks all over his face.
Tentacle dicks with razor blades sticking out of them.
No, yeah, and what like the channels he was watching. I mean, that he turns on, it's on them, and then he was flipping up, and it's like, that's not on TV, man. Like, I don't know what channels he was on. Like, you have to like do deep searches on the internet for that kind of stuff.
Nah, you never watched the hentai channel?
Is that
It's right next to it's channel 42, right after Discovery.
It's like that to replace G4. Yeah, no, and yeah, it's the whole Holy Avenger was hilarious. Even like the opening animation was just a lot of that stuff really tied together really well. And but I don't know, I don't think I like what's his face. What's the main character dude? I can't remember his name.
Oh, Rainn Wilson?
Rainn Wilson. His face just gets me. I mean, I know he fits this character perfectly. Like he's kind of like an unassuming kind of loser face. I mean, he fit that in The Office, in the show The Office. But
I mean,
I don't know. He's got
this was the same
crazy
thing.
face. I know it is, but like, yeah, it's like when he has the mask on, he has like his crazy face on. It's like, man, it's just such a punchable face.
No, what I really loved was the police sketch of him when he was like all buff and like this chiseled chin.
But here's the thing, is like the costume, you know, in like the comic books, the costume is supposed to hide your identity. It did not do that at all in this movie for either character. It was like he was like, oh, it's because like when he showed up to the what's his face, Kevin Bacon's character, Jacques, his house, and he like smashed the window, and they're like, hey, it's Frank, it's her husband. It's like he did, like no one even, I guess because they'd already been to his house, but it was like everybody knows it's you, Frank. Why are you wearing your costume? And like you change in his car, like next to the place
like
he was
I
gonna
just
like
saw you.
like at the movie line. There was like watching him put his costume on. But and that's also the thing is like when you get in the after show, there's some cosplay that are pretty interesting. This whole costume was supposed to be like someone who does not know how to design clothes at all, just like sewing stuff together. And I think people in the cosplay when they were doing it put too much work into it.
Made it too nice.
Yeah, like they smoothed it out. I mean, if you look at it, it's like awfully cut pieces of fabric, a zipper in a random spot. You know, it's supposed to be really bad, and so people really kind of smoothed over all those lines. It's
made it into like an actual
superhero
costume.
Yeah, it's like that's not the point of the character. Yeah, and the whole thing with Libby, like that romance thing, was like really awkward. Like,
well, I mean, it was supposed to be like she pretty much rapes him. Like, it's not. Yeah, it gets really awkward.
I mean, glad they mentioned that she was 22 in the movie because, like, they didn't. That looked really. It made me feel so uncomfortable. Yup. So, I'm ready to end on that.
All right, I'm ready to go. Let's go to some Twitters. All right. So you can follow the show at FAN-CRAM Show. You can follow me at Justin_the Scott. And you can follow Jared at
Tokidoki Tensai, TOKIDOKITENSAI, Tokidoki Tensai. And if you'd like to email the show, you can email us at fancramshowdown@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought of this movie or any other movie, or if you want us to watch your favorite web show or TV show, we'll put it on the list.
Let us know.
Because we want to hear from the fans and what you all like. So I kind of liked Super now.
Yes,
I guess I can
I'm glad you've come around because I really love this movie.
Can you really love this movie?
Yes, I do. I really do.
It's like you accept this movie as more like
No. If I ever meet James Gunn, I will shake his hand and I will say Super is one of my favorite movies. Thank you for making it.
Thank you for adding the tentacle porn and the rape scene in there. That really tied the whole thing together.
It really tied the whole thing together. Love that.
Yeah. At least I know what I'm going to do for the art for this show. Tentacle dicks all over that.
Oh, I don't know if iTunes will let us put that up. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for watching if you're watching on YouTube. And we'll see you next week with
Jake and Amir.
Yeah, so we'll put the... I guess you can just tweet out that link, if people wanted to watch that. And then we'll put that link in the show notes for next week, I guess, too. Just to have that there. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We're going to move over into the after show and talk about stuff.
You bastard.
Bye.
You fucking almost killed people for butting in the line. You don't butt in line. You don't sell drugs. You don't molest little children. You don't profit on the misery of others. The rules were set a long time ago. They don't change.